heard of the small...
Today I will be reacting to how Roblox Fish got so popular. So let's hop into it and see.
small Roblox game called Fish? Well, in just 2 months, this simple game about fishing has skyrocketed its way to over 1 billion plays and 20 million daily players. And today I'm sharing with you the few simple ways that Fish managed to hook, no pun intended, so many players in. Who knows? After this video, you might be able to make your own viral game. But to figure out how someone can reach such a milestone, let's see where it all began. Meet Woozy Nate, the man who single-handedly created Fish. Nate was a Nova Scotia native, where fishing was a large part of the community. So naturally, one day he found himself looking around Roblox for a good fishing game. He tried game after game, but nothing quite hit the mark, and that's when it struck him. Roblox was missing the fishing game, and if no one else was going to do it, it would be him. This actually gives us a point on how the game blew up. Nate found a gap in the market. No good fishing games were on Roblox at this point, meaning that he wouldn't need to compete against other games in his niche. Meanwhile,
So he just decided one day just to make a fishing game. Wow. And it somehow became viral. Okay.
if you were to make a simulator, have fun, I guess. So we have a gap in the market, but Nate still needs to create the game. Now, one man creating an entire game from scratch. Scripting, modeling, building, GUIing. Surely it's going to take him quite a while, maybe like a year. 4 months. This man made Fish in 4 months, and by October 5th, he decided that it was ready for Fish to take a dip in the sea of Roblox games. See what I did there? Okay. So we know how the game was created, but let's find out what made it stick to the top of the charts. Starting off simply, Nate believed that the game managed to gather a ton of organic traction through his quick and simple trailer. Although as true as this may be, it doesn't help us with how players stuck around for so long. One key factor is that Fish isn't a super niche game. It actually has a very broad appeal, which we can see by using Bartle's taxonomy. These are the 4 main player stereotypes you typically have playing games. Killers, achievers, socializers, and explorers. We know that killers are kind of out of the picture. I don't see any killing happening in Fish, but the other 3 are still in play. Fish has a ton of islands to visit, which would excite explorers. There's an entire bestiary to take note of every fish that you've caught, which achievers would take advantage of. And you're able to see when other players catch fish and show off your fish to others, which is tailored towards socializers. Not only do you need to think about the types of players, but also the age demographic too. As stated in a Creator Spotlight post about Nate, he says games should be designed for every age and every place to have an enjoyable experience. This is evident in Fish. It's not hard to learn the basics. I mean, the main mechanic is from a Stardew Valley minigame. It makes the game accessible to all ages. I bet your infant little 2-year-old cousin could figure out this game. So if you want to take away anything from this video,
I don't know.
please make sure that the mechanics in your game are simple to pick up and don't make them too complex or overcomplicated. And as important as gameplay is, let's take a moment to talk about the aesthetic of Fish. There's no doubt about it that this game looks like a classic Roblox game. You know what I'm talking about if you're older than 10. Blocky terrain, making use of Roblox's provided materials, not being blinded by saturation. Fish nails it. This game doesn't rely on
I thought we
painfully
were talking
bright
about
colors
Fish,
and plastic-looking
not Pet Simulator
landscapes, but
99.
embraces that nostalgic 2014 look that we're slowly losing. The game feels so refreshing yet so familiar. Reminds me of simpler times. But not only do you need cool builds and a nice atmosphere to make your game stand out, you need top-of-the-market sounds. I don't know about you guys, but the first thing that struck me when playing this game was the satisfying sound design. Every single interaction you make with the NPCs or GUI or items all have sounds as a form of feedback for the player. Each one fits perfectly into the world and is accompanied by the game's soundtrack, created by Azali, OK, and Capri. I love the music in this game. Every island has its own atmospheric song to bless your ears with. For me, it tries to accomplish the same feat as C418's Minecraft soundtrack, by making the music be complementary to the gameplay instead of requiring it to set a mood. I've actually been using some of the game's music during this video. They've even been making more music for each update that comes out. Wait, hold on. Speaking of updates. If you don't update your game regularly, then you're not going to be able to keep an active player base, unless you're Stickmaster Luke. In that case, you're probably fine. As of writing the script, Fish has already added a ton of new content in a surprising amount of time, now that Nate has a dev team helping him out. I've gotten a new island with a cool side quest, as well as a Halloween and Christmas event, which I'll get hyped up in an official Discord server, which is great for fostering a community for your game. Having seasonal events such as these rakes in a crazy amount of players. It creates a sense of urgency, a cheeky little bit of FOMO, fear of missing out, seeing as they only have a limited amount of time to experience the updates. So, your game has fun, simple mechanics, a cool aesthetic, some nice sounds, and a kick-ass trailer. What could be missing? Probably the most important thing a game needs. A core gameplay loop. And I know you might be wondering, Duckable, what's this mysterious loopage you speak of? Well, I'll tell you, come closer. 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 Okay, personal space, buddy. If you've played Fish before, you'll know the satisfaction of casting your rod, clicking those shake buttons and reeling in some crazy fish. After that, you go sell them for coins, and use the coins to buy some new rods and new bows. That is a core gameplay loop. Fish, sell, buy. Action, reward, expansion. It's a cycle so simple and satisfying that it reels players in and keeps them hooked. You see what I did there? Reels and hooks. The reels and the hooks.
Yeah, tired.
It's that flow that has you up at 3 a.m., painfully staring at your screen until, for the 34th time, you say, just one more catch, can't hurt. Just one more. I need that shark. I just need the shark. Are you So, when planning out your Roblox game, make sure there are actions the player can execute, rewards for completing said tasks, depending on your gameplay, provide expansion and new content that players can unlock. I'll go a lot more into this and other tips for Roblox game development in another video that you should totally check out. Wouldn't it be crazy if it just I don't know, it just showed up right now?
There you have it. That's how popular name of fish. I can find it. Where's that? Was made by Real Fishing. Speaking of it, there's an update coming out. Gonna be coming out here 7 o'clock and 6:10. Yeah. So there's a new update right there. I'm also about to go play my hobby. Anything that I just made for play CLP. So I think I'm gonna play